My name is Dr. Kevin Kelleher, and I am the Assistant Professor of Music Industry Studies here at Athens State University. Currently, I am teaching a popular songwriting course and a music literature and culture course. Having a great time with those classes. The students are great, very excited about those courses. And that's what we're offering right now. As we build the program, we'll be having courses in things such as music production, we'll be doing audio engineering, and we'll be getting into some, of course, music industry related courses where we examine how things operate in the music industry, finding where a student fits in the industry and how we can help them build a career and get a job doing the things that they're passionate about doing, whether that be like artist management, that's a fun one. If they want to work in a recording studio, if they're into record label operations, if they want to start down that route. So it's a beautiful degree with wonderful courses that are going to help that student really refine what it is that they want to do and pursue their dreams in the music industry. Popular songwriting is just, it sounds fun because it is fun. And it's so neat because that is a class that's designed to really start from scratch, so to speak, to take your life experiences and turn that into a song. There's a saying, everybody has a song. And it's really neat because this course allows you to examine what you've been through in life and how do I translate that into music and lyrics to convey that to a listener. And so it's really fun. We go through examining hit songs, for instance. How are they shaped? Where is the position of the verse and the chorus? And how do we compose a bridge? How do we deal with intros and outros? And then we go into lyric writing. What makes a good lyric? What are the different types of lyric writing techniques that you can use? So it's really exciting and really fun. With music, literature, and culture, it's also a lot of fun, but in a different approach where there you're learning the canon of Western music. So this is your typical understanding music history, kind of a music appreciation approach of going back in antiquity through the various periods of music like medieval music, Renaissance, going into the Baroque, the classical period, the Romantic period, into the modern day times. So you get a survey of all those periods and you really see how classical music has influenced popular music, and you really see how is it that we got to where we are in music currently. That's the beautiful thing about history, is you get to understand the present from examining the past. This course is also a general education course where you can fulfill for your degree. And so it's filled with writing assignments from going to concerts. So you have 4 concert reviews that you have to do in this course. And that's a wonderful thing because it gets you out into the community and you get to see various performances of this music that you've been studying in class, and it comes to life on the stage. I was raised in Virginia Beach, Virginia, on the East Coast. So I was out there in the ocean, and now I'm living here in Decatur, which I understand is the river city. So I've gone from the ocean to the river, the Atlantic Ocean to the Tennessee River. And that's where I grew up primarily. I then later moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and lived there for a while I went on tour. And then I eventually went back and did some schooling. And now, here we are in the River City. Growing up there in Virginia Beach, a neighboring city is called Norfolk, Virginia. And there's a university named Old Dominion University. And I have 3 degrees from there, 2 bachelor's degrees. One is in music education, the other is in music composition. I then went on to get my master's in music education from Old Dominion University as well. From there, I moved on to Boston University, and that is where I earned my doctoral degree in music education. So, kind of feel like a black belt sometimes with multiple degrees and all these wonderful credentials. But it was really a beautiful journey to be able to attend not only Old Dominion University, but a prestigious institution like Boston University with its long history. So my dad in particular would buy albums and cassettes and CDs, and him and I had a little project where we would actually organize them because he would end up buying so many. So we had these little stickers and would label the various CDs and have a little catalog system. So it was a lot of fun. And he was a huge influence on me getting into music, and he raised me right. You've seen in my office the Beatles rug that I have in there and my love for that group. So he's a big reason for sure. A music industry studies program like this, the background that I have amassed from having all these different jobs and experiences in the music industry, it really benefits the students who will come into this program, kind of like I was saying before, with learning to play the bass, learning to play the piano, having that perspective of the various roles in a band, and then having the various roles of the different career paths you can take in the industry really lets me guide people. Like a concierge at a hotel. So you're from out of town, you're staying at a hotel. What do I do with this in this city? And so one thing you can do is ask a concierge, and they kind of direct you. Oh, well, you like this? Well, you should go do this. Oh, you're into art? Well, there's a museum over here. That's kind of how I feel with my background. And when it comes to students who say, oh, I have an interest in this, well, I can say, you need to go this route. I love sayings, and one of my favorites is plan your work and work your plan. The beauty of Athens State is you have faculty that care about students. And what we want to do is help those students see clearly their vision. So they come here with an idea of what they want to do. We want to help give the perspective of, for example, in my case, like a 30-year career. How can I help you plan your career at the beginning stages? How can we help refine that and shape that so that when you are done with your degree, that you are hitting the ground running and you are on your way to fulfilling those dreams? So that's the plan your work part, where we sit down with the student and say, what is it that you want to do? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? We want to make sure that those goals are realistic, that they're achievable. And so by interacting with the students and knowing what they want to do, we come up with a way for them to strategize, to plan that work. And then they move from that plan your work stage to work your plan. And that's where we're looking forward to seeing that long-term success. And the advice I give along the way is to be adaptable, because there are going to be things that you learn from the experiences that you have. And you're going to say, well, I didn't quite think of that before. Maybe I want to pursue this area a little bit more. There are also advances that will come in technology. AI, of course, is a big deal right now with all the discussion going in. So how are we going to adjust to the jobs that might be eliminated by AI? So you have to plan your work, work your plan, and be adaptable. So I always have songs swimming around in my head, but I think collaboration is such an important thing for an artist. And in this community here at the Alabama Center for the Arts, there are so many opportunities for collaboration. And so I'm looking forward in particular to collaborating with the theater department. It was really cool when I was interviewing. They had just done the Green Day show, American Idiot. And what was interesting was I had to travel to New York for some training, and I actually got to see that show when it opened on Broadway. So I'm like, that is like super cool. So I was like, we need to like do a little bit of a performance or something like as a showcase and do one of those songs for there. But my colleagues here are super talented. And so I'm excited about working with them to see what we can do to attract more students here so that we can create more professionals out there who are fulfilling their dreams.